am here for what is rightfully mine, the newly born prince. As your grandfather...
No, never! You cannot have my son!
Your grandfather buried me alive and made promises that if I don't die, I will have a royal blood.
That is my grandfather, not me. I will not fulfill his promises to you. Let him do that.
Then there will be war. I am Achala. I am as old as my ancestors. I don't look for trouble, but when trouble finds me, I burn it to pieces and leave no ashes. Did you guys hear what happened? No, what happened? Achala, the goddess of fire, said the newly born prince should be sacrificed to her. What? That is deep. Achala, the goddess of fire, is very peaceful. She must have been offended. What if Wolf must have been offended?
Achala has threatened to take away my son from me, and I can't allow that. So why is she coming now? She didn't come for the first two princes? What are you insinuating? Meaning she waited for royal blood to be born. What nonsense are you people spitting out? That my two sons are not royal blood? Do you know the consequences of that? This is a very serious matter, and I need you to tell me the truth. And nothing but the truth. Ajide and Obin are my sons.
Of course, my king, they are your sons. Who would ever conceive in their hearts that they are not your sons? My secrets have been found out. You were a witness of how I was accused and beaten to a death point. I was also buried alive for the sake of truth. If I don't get what I was promised, I will burn them all. Promise is promise. It must be fulfilled. What do I do now? Does it mean Kalumba that has been protecting my secret is dead? No, he is a great native doctor. Kalumba, you promised me nothing will happen and no one will ever find out. But the secret is out?
My queen, I swear I kept the vow. Mona Madu, you already know why I called you. You want to know why she wants this newborn prince and why she is coming now. I am Mona Madu. Macha came now because the newborn prince is a royal blood, but not your son.
Where is my son? How did he disappear from my hands in the blink of an eye? Gods of our land, behold the promise made to me. I will not take what does not belong to me.
I can't believe what I heard, that the two princes are not my children, including the newborn prince. Mona Madu, please can you tell me the root of this problem? The queen ran away with the children. For her to run away, meaning what you said is true. I will have her head beheaded once she is found. Your grandfather married 3 wives. The first wife has 2 girls. The second one had only Achala. The third wife, which is your grandmother, had 2 sons. But your grandmother was very wicked. She wanted to eliminate the first and second wife and their children. She poisoned the first wife and her children. The first wife and her children died. In an attempt to poison and kill the second wife, which is Achala mother, your elder brother ate the food and died. The food was in Achala mother's room. Achala came inside and saw your brother lying lifeless.
No, brother, wake up, please!
When your grandmother saw that her plan has backfired, she accused Achala of poisoning her son. And Achala mother was dead. No one to defend her. The king believed the story. The king ordered that Achala be buried alive to prove her innocence. If she survives, she will have the throne or royal blood. Before Achala was buried alive, she was beaten and tortured in the forest by the palace guards in the presence of the king and the elders. Her 50 hot strokes.
Please, I am innocent. Please, father.
The spirits demand this.
No, please, I beg you.
It is done. Achala did not die. The gods took her and made her a deity, a mini god.
I am Achala. I am as old as my ancestors. I don't look for trouble, but when trouble finds me, I burn it to pieces and leave no ashes.
Your grandmother died a miserable death, cursed by the gods. That curse affects you and your generation. Please, what do we do to break this curse? It's too much for me already. Only Achala can save you. She has the power to break the curse, but it looks impossible. Does it mean I can't father children? Nena is my 4th wife. She's the only one who had children for me. And none of the children are mine? Gods of our land, Achala, I am not the one who wronged you. My grandfather and mother did.
It doesn't matter. The promise has been made and it was sealed. I also paid for the sins I know nothing about.
Please forgive me and our family, Achala. Please, remember, you are my sister too. We are royalty.
Your generation will end. Your family will never have offspring and royalty will leave our family. I was buried alive and tortured and it started raining. Fire came out of my eyes. Thunder stroked. The king ran away in fear. And you want me to spare you? Never! I will not forgive your generation.
Achala said she can't forgive the sins of my grandparents.
After the queen fled the palace with her 3 sons, she wandered through the forest for days on her way back to her village. For 3 days, she hid among thick bushes, afraid that the king's guards might be searching for her. The journey was long and painful. Her little sons were weak and hungry, and their tiny legs slowed her down. Each day she had to stop to search for water and wild fruits, so they would not die of hunger. On the 3rd night, when darkness had swallowed the forest and the wind whispered through the trees, Achala saw her. Achala, the feared priestess of the gods. The queen was hiding under a tree, trying to calm her crying newborn child, when Achala appeared from the shadows. Without warning, Achala seized the newborn prince. The queen screamed and begged, falling to her knees, but Achala ignored her cries. She lifted the child high into the air and presented him to the gods as a sacrifice. The gods accept royal blood, Achala declared. The queen cried bitterly until her voice could no longer be heard in the forest. But what no one knew was that the child was royal blood. Yet he was not the king's son. After many years of marriage, the queen had secretly discovered a terrible truth. The king could not father children. Desperate to produce an heir, to protect her position on the throne, she began sleeping with different men in secret. The newborn prince she had just lost was fathered by a distant royal relative from another kingdom. The queen had met the man when he visited their land for business. Their brief affair resulted in the child, yet the gods did not allow the baby to die. Through the mysterious powers of Achala, the gods kept the newborn prince alive in the spirit world. But Achala refused to forgive the king. Overwhelmed with shame and fear, the king could not return to his kingdom. Instead, he walked deep into the dreaded evil forest. There, beneath an ancient tree, he tied a rope around his neck and ended his life. Months later, news of the king's sudden death spread across the kingdom. The elders gathered to choose a new ruler. They consulted the gods through the sacred shrine. To everyone's shock, the gods revealed the identity of the next king. It was the father of the sacrificed newborn prince. The elders were confused. The king was already dead, but the gods then revealed an even older secret. A descendant of the true royal bloodline, the grandson of the daughter of the king's grandfather's first wife. Years ago, the king's grandmother had poisoned that first wife out of jealousy. The woman had been left to die in the evil forest, along with her 3 daughters. One of her daughters survived. A powerful native medicine woman had found her struggling for her life and saved her with ancient herbs and spiritual healing. From that daughter came the man who fathered the sacrificed prince. The bloodline the kingdom thought was lost had quietly survived. That was the man the gods chose as the new king. They looked for him and crowned him king. He got married, and his wife bore him sons and daughters. Amani Kingdom became great again through their new king, King Emenike. The sacrificed prince didn't die, but later became a strong deity.